I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. That hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm no money, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got 'em excited to meet me. Meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. CZs, wake up, get to it and repeat. Repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and then finish in business. I'm sitting in business. Just look at the ticket. A traveling man, I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it. I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it. Elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay, give me more than dollars. Still on the grind, ahead of my time. My yesterdays are your mananas. Trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka. I bust out the haka. I bust out the ooh. When there's nothing to do. Never been capping, you know that it's true, 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 true. Haters are climbing your river like boo, 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 boo. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Easy, got 'em excited to meet me. Meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. CZs, wake up, get to it and repeat. Repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Talk about it, yeah. I've been going hard from the night into the daylight. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been a prize, there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that. Hey, never feeling the pressure, please not at all. I walk in when it's crunch time, leaves in the fall. Woman on me, only hit my name on a roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. And it comes your way next.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Well, Charles, September is here. The 2023 season just about to get started. So many storylines to pay attention to. What are you most keeping an eye on as the start of the season moves closer?
Well, partner, I'm glad you asked, because we're going to start, obviously, Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. That's a huge story. How about Kansas City? Could they win their third title in 5 years? We know some teams are trying to get there. Buffalo, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, San Francisco, all should contend. And how about some of those sleeper teams? I think the Chargers of Pittsburgh in the AFC, Carolina, Detroit in the NFC, it's going to be an exciting season.
Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
Flushed out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. To throw is Wilson. And right away, he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And taken right at the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A run by Dallas to start the drive. And some room to work. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the 50, it's Smith. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Off the draw, here's Williams. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, on turbo.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He completes this to Walker. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. Powering forward. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Here's Smith on the move to his left. The solid stiff arm. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
But that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's Smith off the bootleg, escaping the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Tyler Lockett touchdown. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he returns this to the 22. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing is Wilson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing it.
There he goes, left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Wilson, option right. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They go play action now. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Throw out line to Walker. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Williams going to get it again on second down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So for this defense, a tall order ahead trying to defend against Russell Wilson. Charles, your keys for how they might go about keeping him in check?
Well, before we even get to the keys, let's start with the problems he
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds, or no one's going to have a chance at it.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Automatic first down.
Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. They go play action with Wilson. Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. Touchdown! Jerry Judy, 26 yards. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. fighting his way through contact. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Now Geno on 1st down. Steps away. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. In motion right, that's Metcalf. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Baron Browning, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
And Baron Browning really looked like he put it together last season, playing more as a pass rusher. Injuries interrupted his breakout season, but he still finished with 5 sacks and has the ceiling for a whole lot more.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 12-yard line. He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. These two teams all tied after one. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a third down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
That's what we were hoping to see out of Williams last season before a torn ACL 4 weeks in ruined expectations that he could join the top tier of NFL running backs. That type of upside remains, though, and Denver certainly prepared to help him unlock it as he returns to full strength.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Open man Hamler. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Up the middle, it's Williams. He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
On first down, Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. That's so frustrating for an offense, especially on the road. You put together a great drive, but in the end, you come away with nothing.
And it kind of silenced the crowd a little, too. But few things wake them up quite like a missed field goal.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone, but unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Tyler Lancaster in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Off of play action, here's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Denver's offense now set to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Wilson down around his goal line. That is caught. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man, and again it's Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Screen play set up for Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he gets the first down.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past the 25. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact,
they got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And this is going to work. It's caught. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Noah Fant, 45 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Throwing is Wilson. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he'll be out right at the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, well, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Mike Burton taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. And from the 1-yard line, they didn't try and reinvent the wheel, do anything cute. They just gave it to the big back.
You almost get the sense that if you can't get it in from the 1-yard line with your big guy carrying the football, you'll question yourself the rest of the day. They got it done.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. Short throw to Disley. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Smith steps away to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Forced out to his left. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Dancing to his left. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Got his man, it's Williams. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
There we go.
The final shot here before break. Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So they grabbed the lead just before half with a clock reading 0-0-0.
How about snatching things right at the end and grabbing a little bit of control? What a great way to go into the locker room. It's similar to a boxer flurrying in the last 30 seconds of a round and stealing the round. Great job.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself?
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's on his way. So we thought maybe they would have a chance to extend this lead on the opening drive of the second half. Instead, they cough it up.
Obviously not an ideal start when you're trying to get a little separation, and I can guarantee that they talked about that in the locker room. Let's get out there, start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points on the board and create some space.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Marr is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take back over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Eluding the pressure right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 32-yard line. Well, hello. I mean, it took him a while to get him a rep, but that's quite an introduction to this game.
And not just hello. How about goodbye to the defense as he went past him? Big-time run on his first carry of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to Walker on 1st down. Sheds off the tackle. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. 32 yards for Ken Walker as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, and it's been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 68 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, Wilson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely third down pass.
It's third and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on second down. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Still going. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up, but in this case he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
No gain on the play there, second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
93 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They run it again with Williams. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 41-yard line.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That is incomplete.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go play action with Wilson. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Mike Burton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit and make it now a pair of touchdowns for the big man out of the backfield.
I'm not sure this was in the game plan, but boy, it's working to perfection. And I know one person has a big grin on his face now, and that's that big guy who's found his way into the end zone twice in this game.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 162 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Walker now on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They run again with Walker. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Patrick Surtain, the all-pro corner, up to make the tackle.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker down to about the 37.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, Walker. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's the rookie from UCLA, Zach Charbonnet. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
On the give, it's Walker. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Man, 222 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, he's eating up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Geno. Able to get away. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Here's Smith. He completes this to Walker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And coming out now, the Broncos. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Out to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. Short throw to Disley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Throwing now is Geno. And Walker has it.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a 2nd and 6.
To the air again, Smith.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith, a 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
From 5 yards further back, the extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Denver's offense ready to go again. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On second down, Williams. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Again, Wilson. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
They run. It's Williams. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, they knew who to turn to on fourth down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's a surprise because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the first down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Now that's a big pickup right there. And so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd and 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And Denver getting set to take the field. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit and time fading. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Draymond Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, here's Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Now Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Broncos get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Alex Singleton in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action. It's Smith. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down by 16, 1:46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Cody Bryant. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Throwing now, Smith. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
Now it's Smith off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.